This is an idea we've been looking at for some time. We had a number of manufacturers interested in having an opportunity to demo their systems alongside other manufacturers. The opportunity really came up to do something about it a couple of months ago when we had a call from John Scholes at the Centaur, the technical manager at the Centaur, who asked us if we'd be interested in using the venue to do a comparative loudspeaker demonstration of this type. And we jumped at the chance. It came together very quickly. We had a few weeks to put everything together.
I thought it was daring. I think that's the main thing. When you've got something that's completely new in the industry, you have to make decisions about what you want to get out of it. And I think that was a difficult thing to make in this instance, simply because it was kind of unknown. You didn't know who were going to be the other participants necessarily. People came in, dropped out, and it ceased to be a competitive thing. It started to be a why not? It started to be something that why not back something that really starts to change the industry a bit, to take some of the selfishness out of it, some of the preciousness out of it. And I thought this event's been well handled. The venue is fab. It's not perfect acoustically or anything like that. I mean, we could have done more, perhaps to treat it, to make things sound better. But I thought it's a great concept, and I hope it continues.
We've got a variety of sound systems, but rarely do we get the opportunity to compare it with its competitors. So it's a good opportunity to actually get it out there, compare it, listen to it, and actually see what it can do. We always think we know what it can do, but when you actually A/B it and you can hear previous systems, it gives you that opportunity to measure it.
Well, I think it's worked quite well for us because I think most people associate us with IntelliVox, which people think more about speech systems for railway stations and airports. So I don't think we got as big a brand presence with the Axis brand in the kind of touring sound and theatre market. So I think for us, in terms of raising the profile in that respect, I think it's quite important. The format's great in terms of turnaround time, having lots of different manufacturers available, gives people a nice forum to listen to different products and compare and contrast.
When we first heard about it, we said, well, this is something that we ought to participate in. We think it's a good thing. We hope that you hold more of these. It would have been nice also to have one open air, as well as indoors. I think that's a good idea, but I think outdoors would also be interesting.
I'm very pleased. I mean, it's always a good experience to do the same a little bit. I'm not saying to the level that the people we try and sell these systems to. You know, they have to take these systems, roll into an environment like this, set up a system fast and make it sound good. So we experienced that today, and you experience at first hand an empty room, problems. You tinker about it to try and get coverage correct. So it's good for us to do that as well.
It's so subjective sound anyway, and it's all a matter of personal choice. But it surprised a lot of people, and even today here, the comments that we've had, and the fact we're coming back here to revisit this with additional systems for. Obviously, it has impressed people.
Really glad we were here. Enjoyed it. It's been quite illuminating. There've been, should we say, limits. An empty room is not a great place, but despite that, I think we've been able to get a reasonable impression of each other's equipment. And yeah, I think it's been good. I think you have to start somewhere, and there's room for improvement, and let's hope it goes forward and we can get this to. The business needs to be doing this.